Hey, Shalom, Akil. This is Abaya Allah here, the Surrogate of Yahawashi / Paradigms, and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles, elders, and Greatmillstone, to open this truth rule well. Peace and salutations unto the shepherds that feed the sheep of Yahawah. It's the Heavenly Father's ancient Hebrew name, and only begotten Son. The real name of the Hebrew is Yahawashi. In the Hebrew is Yahawashi, Shalaki. He's to deliver, he's come to deliver 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, beginning with his elect from the second death, which is those thermonuclear destruction, as an end result of World War III. 12 tribes, including the so-called Negroes, West Indian Haitians, Hispanic Latinos, and Native Seminole Indians. And those who descend from those 12 tribes that scattered every nation under heaven as part of the curses, right? That would look like every nation under heaven where they were scattered, favoring the heathens as well. Okay, whose spirit and bloodline goes back to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Okay, and this is a real quick video. I don't make the intro too long. This is a recommendation. It's a recommendation, by Apostle Tahar. All right, there's been a slight influx, of videos, uploads going into the the gas prices, inflation, what's going on, but because of, as a result of this conflict that's going on in Russia, Ukraine, which they're just going to use that, as a major stepping stone or ploy to bring in the MOTB or the CBDC, leading to the MOTB, right? Which would be will bring that hyperinflation. Okay, so people are seeing it at at the pumps. They're gonna see it in their supermarkets next. All right, and now there's reports out there, if you can find them, of people's energy bills doubling. Okay, we're talking about this week. This week. I think the mainstream news, like local news. Okay, I've seen clips of people's Con Ed bill being doubled right out of the blue. Okay, because of what's going on over there overseas. Okay, so Con Ed's excuse is that they have to use more energy because they're not receiving the natural gas or oil from overseas because of the stoppage of imports from Russia, which they're one of the leading exporters of natural gas and oil as well, other than Saudi Arabia and other countries. All right, so this is just a recommended video, because people are going to see it. They're beginning to feel it. All right, so this is John Williams. Okay, this is coming from the last video that Apostle uploaded on his channel. Don't take the Caragma. That's his channel. All right, and this is the title. Says gas is heading to $10 per gallon. Here's what they're not telling you. All right, very informative video and informative channel that he recommended. So this is really just a recommendation. Okay, we're getting ready to see the CBDC come into play, and of course the MOTB. Okay, in the midst of the growing tensions or conflicts entering into full-scale war of World War III. All right, within the ushering in of our Lord in the midst of all of it. So, hope this video is edifying to the elect. To next time, Shalom, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, Barakathum, to the elect, true believers. Shalom.
Drivers here are feeling the squeeze as the war overseas sends gas prices skyrocketing.
We haven't seen prices this high in years. CBS 2's Kieran Dillon has reaction.
As gas prices surge, drivers are paying the price. The cost of a gallon of gasoline is now averaging $4.05 in the city, the highest price since 2014. What do you think about it?
I know, it's pretty expensive. I mean, it's getting a bit ridiculous.
At this station on Staten Island, the manager says the price of a gallon has jumped around 20 cents in the last few days.
Price these days is crazy now. It's going up every 2-3 days.
The war with Ukraine is being blamed for the latest spike, as demand increases with improving weather, along with more of a reliance on expensive blends of summer gasoline. AAA expects the price of gas to continue to increase, especially if restrictions are placed on the use of Russian oil.
Russia is a major oil producer. They produce upwards of 10 million barrels per day. If something were to actually happen to curtail the use of that oil, well, we'd have to get it from somewhere else. That would make that commodity even more valuable and send the price even higher.
At an event on Staten Island Friday, Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis called on President Biden to ramp up energy production.
We need to become self-sufficient, and it is a matter of our national security, and it's a matter of economics for American families.
AAA says flooding the market with crude oil in the United States won't have a huge impact on the globally priced commodity. Still, drivers say they're desperate for relief.
It's a disappointment. End of the month, you have to cut your budget somewhere else.
Many drivers tell us if the price of gas doesn't go down soon, they may have to start limiting how much they drive. In Dongan Hill, Staten Island, Karen Dillon, CBS 2 News.
I feel there's no way to say it, but when you're out there, you feel like everybody's laughing at you.
We met Rita Rose at a women's homeless shelter in Hollywood. Until recently, she'd been living on the streets after being forced out of her apartment.
I was literally laying on benches and I was like scared to death. I didn't know what to do. It's just been hell. I mean, I'll be 66 years old in June. I mean, I have no business on the street.
People over age 50, like Rita, are becoming homeless in alarming numbers. They make up half of all unhoused people in California.
2020, which were our latest numbers, the estimates were for LA County, you had a roughly a 13 to 15% increase in homelessness, but a 20% increase in older adult homelessness.
Homelessness takes a heavy toll on older people.
The average life expectancy of a person experiencing homelessness is about 47 years old, compared to a person who's in permanent housing of about 77.
Few homeless persons survive past age 65.
For unhoused people, years of living on the streets actually accelerates the aging process. People in their 50s often show signs of illnesses or conditions more common in people in their 70s.
We do see this phenomenon of accelerated aging. We see things, such as urinary incontinence, dementia, just being able to complete activities of daily living becomes more challenging for this population.
And then you're talking about somebody who's just in their 50s.
Correct, yeah.
Experts say the housing shortage and steeply rising rents are the main reasons for the surge in homeless elders. Older people on fixed incomes, like the federal old age pension program, are being pushed out of housing they rented for years. For others, a one-time medical crisis or a major expense can end up in homelessness. California's Governor Gavin Newsom plans to spend an unprecedented $750 million this year on housing for the most vulnerable. Rita Rose, who receives disability payments, is waiting for a subsidized apartment to open up.
Really, if I got a chance for housing, of course I'd pay my bills.
Hoping for a basic need to be met and a measure of dignity in life's waning years. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Los Angeles.